This race is what made Demonology mod his car.
I got two turbos, yeah, they twins. Every time I'm on the track, it's a win. Know the deal when you hear the engine. Yeah, we steady popping like it's John Wick. Third degree, yeah, we lit. First place where we sit. I've been down, but I ain't never quit. Resurrected, now I feel like John.
Welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor, stop what you're doing before the video starts. Please do me a favor. Please, if you're new to the channel, please help me out. Please subscribe. Please hit that like button. That helps get my videos rolling. Please hit that bell for upcoming videos. Please share the videos. I love John Wick. I love the movie. Keanu Reeves always asking for more guns. I need more guns. As you know, I'm a little gun crazy too, so I'm always asking for horsepower, more horsepower. I need lots of horsepower. Anyways, as you know, my boy Demonology has a demon, so that's kind of, I have to pay homage to him. Demonology actually, even though I knew YouTube was out there, I really didn't know anything about YouTube, so Demonology actually introduced me to the game, introduced me to YouTube. So I really appreciate him for that. Obviously, you saw me in a lot of his videos, changing his tires. You know, 95 or 98% of the video footage shot 2 years ago was probably me holding the camera. So I really wanted to learn the angles of shooting, the do's and don'ts, which actually when you start the camera rolling, you forget all that. Appreciate the Demonology. And then I also want to pay homage to my boy Mission Flyer. Mission Flyer really helped me out so much. And you'll hear Demonology talk about how Mission Flyer, he used to watch Mission Flyer and kind of got him involved in the YouTube game. So I appreciate him so much and his knowledge and wisdom. And so the video that you're about to see is Demonology and I racing. So tell you a little bit about this video. You know, I was always on the calls with Demonology and he was always talking about nobody can beat the demon. Nobody can beat the demon. Demonology is always bragging about how good the Mopars and the demons and the Hellcats. You know, you pay $80,000 for a vehicle. Some of them run 9s. Now they're finally getting to the 8s. So on the lives, I've said, hey, the Mustang is the best bang for the buck. I can go buy a Mustang for 25, 30,000 and dump 15 grand in it and beat any Mopar on the planet that is an actual street car, which hopefully the EPA doesn't take it away from us. Make sure you go and register and check out the RPM Act. We do need to get that started. So anyways, I told Demonology and his listeners, you can take a stock Mustang, spend 15 grand on it and blow the doors off in pretty much most of the cars out there. Finally, I said, look, I can show you better than I can tell you. So that's what I did. The car that I bought was from my buddy upstate in Utah, Gardner Crane. Shout out to him. Thank you very much for letting go of your baby. So Gardner sold me his 2015 Mustang GT, base model car. He already put a cage in it, already had axles, bare brake, racing brakes. The motor was stock. All it had was change the spark plugs. It had a VMP 2.65R blower, which now belongs to James Bigham, which is my chassis guy. And that's how I came up with the twin turbo system. Thanks my wife for pushing me to go get it. So I went out and bought this car. They shipped it from Utah to Texas for me. So got the car, took it out to the track. And of course, Demonology made fun of me, said I was breaking my cricket legs. What happened was the car got here and it was making some noise. So Gardner, being an upstanding guy, paid for the shipping to send the axles back to DSS to have them rebuilt. They had some wear on them, so they do, after so many passes, they do break, they do wear out, so it's a wearable part. Gardner paid for that, thank you very much. Sent those off, so while the car was down, I said, well, I'll just stick the stock axles in it. So I stuck the stock axles in it and went to the track. So I raced Demonology. All I was doing was leaving at 1,500 RPMs because I knew I would break the axle if I pushed it any harder. So basically the car had a blower, it had parts, whatever was available for the 6R80s, it had a Circle D converter and axles. And of course it had the 17 by 10 single bead lock wheels that I sold to It's Just a Six. So basically the race you're gonna see is me racing Demonology. We actually raced twice. The first race is the race you're gonna see. I actually don't have footage of the other race, but the race that we actually both went down the track is when we left. You know, he treated me a little bit, which he's really good at the tree. And of course I hadn't raced a car in years. So you can actually see his car leaves first. And by the time we get past the 60 foot, John Wick just comes around and just puts probably 4 car lengths on him. So this video is when his car was supposedly stock, besides all the mods that he did to the brakes and all that stuff. So really wasn't a stock Demon, but it had been modified for its computer. You know, those little lines were stock, not stock. But anyways, it was a stock Demon that I raced at that time. I turned the camera off after the race. I wish I'd have left it on because my brother and Herman's brother, Junior, we call him Junior, both were sitting there arguing and almost getting into a fight because Demonology, they just swore up and down that my car wasn't stock. I said, this is a stock motor with a blower bolted on it, and all I had was spark plugs. That's the only thing that's been changed on it. No oil pump gears, no nothing. I actually did all of that after the fact. It was funny because they were literally wanting to fight. This is when me going on the track, I got excited, I got the bug, and of course I wanted to go fight it faster. So Demonology and I raced again, and it's when I tried to push the car off the line harder, which I 60 footed at 132, but when I tried to push the car, it actually snapped the axle. Not when I left, when it hit second gear, it actually snapped the axle. So I won the first race, he won the second race. So we won and won. I snatched his soul, he snatched my soul, so we both are soulless, I guess. This is my boy Demonology and I, John Wick versus Demonology, our first race.
Burn out. You already know how this can turn out. Third degree.